I think my spare room is eating my memories by Bigwoohorror. Everyone's done it before. You get up, walk into a room to grab something, and the second you cross the threshold, it's gone. And now you just stand there, staring at the walls, feeling stupid, trying to remember why you came in at all. Well, that started happening to me more often. My wife teased me at first, said I was getting scatterbrained. I mean, even the dog seemed amused, tilting his head when I froze in the hallway, scratching at the back of my head like an idiot. But it wasn't just forgetfulness, it was always in the same room, the spare room. We used it for storage mostly, boxes, old furniture, seasonal junk. It wasn't creepy, it wasn't haunted, it was just a room. Except every night I stepped inside, whatever I'd been looking for slipped, just vanished. At first, it was harmless. I'd walk in for my phone and forget why I was there. Walk back out and laugh at myself. My wife would roll her eyes and say, "Getting old already, huh?" But then it started stacking. I'd forget what I'd eaten for breakfast, where I left the dog's leash, even whole conversations we just had. She would get frustrated and ask me, "Are you even listening to me?" And I'd swear I was. I mean, I really was. Until I realized that I couldn't remember a word she had said. One night I walked in to grab a blanket, and when I came back out, the dog barked at me like I was a stranger. I crouched down to pet him, laughing it off. But my wife's face was pale. And she looked at me. "You called him the wrong name," she whispered. She begged me to go see a doctor. Said maybe it could be stress or early dementia. I promised I'd make an appointment, but when I walked into the room to grab my insurance card, I stopped cold. Um, I couldn't remember why I was there. Shit, I couldn't remember what an insurance card even looked like. I just stood there, staring at the boxes stacked against the wall. I don't even know how much time passed until my wife came back to check on me. She touched my shoulder, and for a moment, a very terrifying moment, I didn't recognize her hand. Days then blurred. The room became a trap. Each time I entered, something slipped away. At first, it was just little things: names, dates, places. But then there were bigger problems. The recipe for my favorite meal, the route I took to work, even the story of how my wife and I first met. I don't know what finally pushed me to it. Maybe I just wanted it to finally stop. Maybe I thought if I faced it, then maybe I could beat it. I got up, I walked towards the room. I opened the door, stepped inside, and tried my hardest to remember. What did I come in here for? Something, right? Something. What the hell did I come in here for? Nothing. Nothing came. Nothing at all. I stood there, blank, until the silence of the room wrapped around me. Think. Think. Why did you come here? What was it you came in this room for? I wasn't having any luck. So I shrugged it off and turned and walked back out. I went and cracked the window, lit a cigar, and let the smoke drift into the night air. The city sounded quiet from here, muffled, almost distant. I dropped onto the couch, flicked on the TV, and started flipping channels until I landed on the news. The anchor's voice was steady and professional. It's been 8 months since that poor woman's husband's disappeared, and still no leads, investigators say. A photograph filled the screen. For a moment, I thought it looked familiar. The jawline, the eyes, the tired half smile. Then the name registered beneath it. The missing husband. Man, I swear that looked just like my buddy Chad, but I don't know. I shook my head and just exhaled smoke through my nose. Poor guy, I thought. I hope they find him someday. Hope his life gets back to normal. I know his wife's got to be worried. I then leaned back alone in my apartment and watched the story fade into the next headline.